Sorry it took so long for this episode to come out.
Hiya, glad you could make it. It's the finale of the Terraria Skyblock series. Now, let's find out if this challenge is truly possible. First up, gotta do some busy work. You know, like building a giant bridge across hell. Best way to do this? Planter boxes. Planter boxes are very good. There's no need to worry about misplacing them. Completely immune to lava. They're so much better than just regular wooden platforms. This video is sponsored by Big Planter Box. Okay, the only downside is that they are really expensive. Oh my goodness, that's so freaking expensive! We're also gonna need some of that lava. We can gather some by making a place for the lava to sit and killing a lava slime. If you were smarter than me, you would have made a bigger box. Now, there are a couple of more things that we need to prepare, so first things first, let's go get... Is that the demon scythe? Okay, well, that definitely scores the weapons off the checklist. Now, other things I did. I started an underground juggle, which would be the cause of at least 100 deaths, and picked up some mana potions. I could get better armor, but I didn't. I just grabbed the nearest voodoo doll and chucked it in. And chucked it in. And chucked it in. And chucked it in. When fighting the wall flesh, it's important to keep your distance. Since the wall stretches to the top of hell, he is a very wide boy. So wide, the lasers will miss. Fire off spells, chug them potions, and don't deviate from your running pattern. Otherwise this happens. Welcome to hard mode. Fuck all has changed. Okay. Who made the grass Miku coloured? Right, we're in hard mode. We know what that means. Souls of Light. Best way to get souls right now is to... Fuck. Fish! No. That's okay. We need more health for the upcoming fights. Can get an easy magic weapon. Yeah. Right, I'm not coping, you're coping. Goddamn fishing. Goddamn fishing! I'm not very good at the YouTube thing, so while we are waiting for the fishing to finish, let's go through the checklist. Intro? Check. Story points? Check. I think. Loud equals funny. Yeah, I can do that right now. Prompt the audience to like and subscribe. Yeah! Yeah, if you did that. Really sweet of you. No, if you stuck around, might see a challenge stupider than this. Last thing on the list, have a consistent upload schedule. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing with the fishing? Are we done? No, we're not done. Okay. Alright, it's been a week. How are we do? Wait, are we done? Wait, we're done? Wait, we're actually done? Oh my god, we're done. No more fishing ever! Fuck! Okay, we have max health. And along the way, we gathered enough materials to summon the twins. We're gonna craft some armor using the bars from all that fishing. While the meth book and the funny fishing weapon, yeah, good choices. We have access to titanium. So, we've got a range of weapons that way. Possibly even the titanium repeater. But mayhaps. I think when it comes to fighting the mech bosses, everyone knows where this is going. Either by doing more fishing, which I'm refusing to do, or by making an underground hollow, hallow, an underground hallow, we can gather 15 souls to make a key light. By placing it in a chest, it would turn into a hallow mimic. Kill the hallow mimic for a chance at the Daedalus Stormbow. Daedalus Stormbow. Despite its many nerfs, it's a fantastic weapon. It's got good DPS. It's got good utility. The only downside is you can't use it underground and, well, last time I checked... The twins fight. Relatively straightforward. Or diagonal. As flying in the diagonal direction will allow for easiest dodges of the flames and the lasers. Target the Spasmatillum until you are left with the Retinizer. Keep firing at this thing until it hits the second phase. Now watch closely. That's right, this dumbass short circuits when you're in a box. That takes care of that. Prize, Souls of Sight, and hallowed bars. We can craft some hallowed armor, and that's the last armor I'm using in this challenge. No, really. Swap between all 4 versions of the armor, melee, range, magic, and summon, but I can't go any further armor-wise. Hallow is as far as we go. While Chlorophyte can spawn under the right conditions, can't craft the bars. No access to titanium or adamantite forge. Well, believe it or not, this is a corruption world. You can't see it, but it is. So when a blood moon turns around, we can walk up to the Dryad and buy some corrupt seeds. Very nice. But I could get some crimson seeds too. To get the crimson seeds from the Dryad, I've died very intentionally. Yeah, very intentionally. No, don't look at that. No, stop looking. No. To get gravestones, as making a graveyard biome is the place where Dryads sell the seeds of the opposite evil. In this case, crimson. Now with both evils underground, we can get Souls of Night, Cursed Flames, and Ichor. Whilst we have the evils, we can create the Key of Night. You think it would open a door to darkness? After many attempts, the Dart Rifle. The Destroyer. I feel like this is an easy boss. But on this particular day, I was running on a good 8 hours of sleep. 40 hours later. What's more concerning is my inventory. What the fuck is that? And I'm doing the boss fight during a blood moon. Are you insane? I have no clue how I made it out alive. Lastly, Skeletron Prime. So unlike the other bosses, we can't craft the summon. We need a dungeon for bones. Yeah, not gonna happen. How do we get the mechanical skull if we can't get bones? It's a 1 in 2,500 chance to drop from enemies. Any enemy. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't do this with the other two, I was going to get those materials anyway. So let's just go grab the mechanical skull.
An hour. Okay, so I may be very stupid.
According to my friend, there's a precise strategy we could use to kill Skeletron Prime. There's like hoiks. Just shoot him. Right. We're going after Plantera. Remember that jungle I made earlier? Well, I blew it up. I made a new one. Over time, we can get life fruit, Plantera bulbs.
He then proceeded to say, say nothing else.
To kill Plantera, I just made a big box. Thanks to the Souls of Fright we got from killing Skeletron Prime earlier, I made a flamethrower. Mother Nature, if you are watching, please just cover your eyes. Yeah, we torched another. Let's go do Golem. Uh-oh. Take a quick look. What's wrong with the picture? Why am I upset? Well, under these conditions, lizards can't spawn. Yep, lizards can't spawn, and the challenge is impossible. I don't believe it after all that effort. All that effort, and it was for nothing. So, here I am in T-Edit. What would it take to make this challenge possible? You've got to be kidding me. So, the spawning conditions for lizards is a little weird. Let's go back to that little spawning oblong. You have to be behind Forbidden Lizard Wall while the lizard bricks are in the spawn area. You don't normally notice this, because you are surrounded by brickened walls. Finally, lizards and thus power cells. I can't believe that. So, here's a little thing about Golem's difficulty. The difficult part is actually the enclosed space you find Golem. Fireballs bounce off walls, there's not much space to dodge. However, we don't have that problem. So the fight's really easy. We took the flamethrower from earlier and... Now the difficult bit. Killing the lunatic cultist isn't a problem, if you're not me, but the celestial pillars. Think about how much of a pain the pillars are with some of the best gear in the game. Now imagine this. In hallowed armor, really mixed accessories, and completely flat terrain so every enemy can make a bolt for you. So, the best strategy to come up with it was... With the fragments from the pillar, we can actually craft celestial weapons. And that's it. With everything prepared, I was ready to kill the Moonlord, and I died. Well, that was to be expected, to be honest. You see where this is going?
Beach balls are projectiles, and by placing a lot of them together, we can turn off every projectile in the game. If you want to learn a little more about the projectile limit, in the description you will find a video by Terraria on how to do the exploit, and a video by Wonder Sparking, who explores what it's like to play Terraria with one projectile.
And I can finally say, yes, you can beat Terraria Caelum, if the map is set up correctly. Thanks for watching. You seriously didn't think it was going to end like that, did you? We're beating the Moonlord legit. So I tried everything. Different classes, different accessories, and one point during this I even tried Hoiks. That is an exploit, but don't worry, it didn't work. However, it did give me an idea. We are fighting Moonlord with 0 movement accessories. Oh, this was an awful idea. we can finally say that yes, it is possible to beat Terraria Caelum.